think no matter what, you'll have regrets. But I think there are like things you think about, like what if scenarios. Like you gotta imagine all possibilities. I like to imagine all possibilities and figure out which one is the best and the most realistic route for me to take and go for it. And I lost my train of thought for a minute. Hold on. Yeah, you just gotta find what's realistic for you, I guess. Just random thought. I remember I watched this A24 film called Mississippi Grind, which is a really good film. It's with Ben Mendelsohn and Ryan Reynolds. And they come across this old dude, and they were talking about marriage and relationships. And this dude said he got married 6 times. How could you do that? For me, I don't think I could marry 6 times, go through it 6 times. I never been married. I mean, and his response was didn't want to be alone. Uh, what does that say? I mean, you know, I watch. I will sometimes watch some videos, and old people they'll get elderly. I'll say elderly. Correction, elderly get lonely. And I feel bad, and I feel really bad because it's like it sounds like you get older, think you run your usefulness from. I'm just imagining from their perspective. Their you know, I mean, what they've taught people and their kids, others that seek out help. I mean, it's like nobody wants to deal with them anymore, which is sad. It's like they know so much about the world and their knowledge, and nobody really wants to hear what they say. Yeah, that was a good movie. Another thing I kind of would say, this is for guys. Never have a woman tell you you're not a man. I would say your mother and your sister are the only two who could tell you that, because that means you need to grow up and take care of more responsibility and better plan out your agendas. Because I hate asking for help. I hate it. It makes me feel incapable of handling my own business, even though I don't know a whole lot. But anybody besides those two females titles mentioned, I don't call nobody that ain't a man. That I have the right to say you're not a woman. That shows immaturity. This shows immaturity. But I would say what I need to improve on as a man is there's this saying I like to go by, and I've been going by this saying since when was that promo came out? 1999 or 2000. Anybody who's a fan of Tanami, the Tanami blog, holla. I think it's my favorite promo ever. It's one of the most inspirational messages I could think of. Is don't fear failure. And I try my best to hold those words tightly, but I'm always scared of failing. I had bad anxiety taking like math tests or any test. Like, I'm terrified of failing. Like you get that. I I think like for me the idea is impressing people, not enough for yourself. And I think you've taken the idea of don't fear failure and reflect yourself. Like just think about yourself. Maybe the fear of failing may not impact you at all, or maybe not as much. Instead of you know fear of failing a person, and then then you're gonna have to hear what they say, and yada yada. Don't be afraid to fail yourself. People come and go, but you're always gonna have yourself. Whether being alone, whether being with somebody, you are always going to have yourself. And that kind of reflects back to a little bit with that scene in Mississippi Grind, where that dude married 6 times. It's like, well, I didn't want to be alone. You know, I am myself, and I just wanted somebody there. But that could go with so many ways. Because now I'm thinking, was he maybe insecure of being alone? You're gonna be alone regardless. But you gotta love yourself to say it's okay to be alone. You gotta love yourself. I struggle to do that constantly. I was in the mirror. I was talking to myself in the mirror the other day, trying to motivate myself. And it was hard to say I love myself. There's still things I'd like to improve on and things I would like to do to fully embrace that. Don't be afraid to love yourself. And don't be afraid to feel you. Because all you have is you and God.